lot of days and a lot of hours just to
get it to this point.
get to this here.
What's going on, everybody? Chris here from Testy Speed Shop. Been a minute. Haven't been putting very many videos out because really haven't been doing much. But we're down here checking out Tom's machine. He's got where he got up to the fender done.
Yeah.
Blocking and everything.
Yeah, everything else from the quarter panel towards the door is done.
So everything.
A lot of hours.
Yeah. This is the worst part of it. It's looking good though.
It's as straight as I can rig it.
You can only do what you do. You got a body line now though.
Yeah.
You never had?
Lost it back in there.
Did you? Did it get sucked in back there?
It got sucked in. Yeah. That's when I deleted the reflector on the side.
Oh, did you build that up then?
Well, it sucked it in up to right at the line.
Oh, okay.
And I ended up getting on the line, and I just kept working at it until it came back. There for a while, it was gone for there was about 6 inches of it gone.
Oh man. Jeez.
Well, you couldn't see it.
Yeah, yeah.
The only way I could see it, I had to keep spraying the hot built primer on it just so I could see where it was at.
Just keep blocking
And then I just kept blocking it until it finally showed back up. And then I checked it on, it was straight, so I left it alone after that. A lot of guide coat and a lot of saying when you get that line to come back, because I got too close to it. I taped it off, but I still ended up messing it up. It's such a faint line, you can
lose
it pretty quick.
It's not much. It's only like a little bit right there.
Yeah, you can barely feel it.
Yeah.
You can barely feel it.
Yeah, you can only block to here and block to here.
I don't think you showed what I did back in the air, but
Yeah, I think we did on one of the other videos.
when I cut these new quarter skins they come really heavily rolled in the back and in the front. So I cut the ones off my old one and welded it in just so I would have this edge nice and sharp to match up to my trunk extensions that go on the back. That Chrysler puts back here. These trunk extensions bolt on the back here. But when I did that, I ended up sunken the line. This line goes all the way to the back.
Yeah.
And it was gone right through here. I had to put it back. You can see it.
Yeah, I can see it.
Left it alone when I could see it.
Well, that body line was never there before.
No, with 3 layers of
Paint on it. It all disappeared.
It was all gone.
Door looks good.
Yeah, the door, I didn't think I'd have to do as much work, but I ended up having to skin that hole from here all the way down, all the way to the front, because it was just highs and lows here and there. It was just nothing I could, you work one area. I worked this area out because this is where it was all,
Yeah.
Here and there was all.
That's probably from the factory though.
And then when I did that, I ended up finding more. So I ended up just skinning the whole entire thing.
And then you're doing the fender now.
Yep, there's my fender.
You didn't even mess with the other side, did you?
No. No.
This is still pretty raw over here.
Yeah, this is still how it looked after I got, see how quarter skins on and everything.
Yeah, Tom welded up those marker reflectors.
Yep, I deleted them.
Got rid of them.
And you can see
Still
the
looking.
skins welded.
Yeah, right in here.
And you can see where it sunk it in. It sunk it down back there. I tried to dolly it out.
Oh, right here.
I kept hammering and dolly and trying to work it out, but it kept popping up or popping down. And I tried to tighten it up, heat shrink it, and it still wouldn't. It came up some, but it's still. I'm gonna have to.
Is it tight now?
It's tight.
Yeah.
It was oil cans. You could sit there and push it up or down, push it up and down.
This is where Tom was talking.
Yeah,
You look
that's
right
where
here.
I've welded that.
This is where he welded this end cap on.
You can see this line. I'll have to bring the rest
Yeah,
of
you'll
that
have
line
to
to the back.
bring that all out and redo that.
Well, you can still feel it on
Yeah, it's
the old place, but
yeah, faintly.
faintly.
Yeah.
But it's only because of these. You don't have such a heavy roll there.
Yeah, when they stamp those new quarters, it's not as sharp. It's like really rounded, and then when
Real
you
rounded, you can see them up here at the door how rounded it is.
yeah, you can see that it's not a real sharp crease. It's really rounded.
Yeah.
Typical aftermarket stuff. But when you
I honestly, if anybody's has one of these and going to do them, don't cut this off.
yeah, leave it on.
Leave it on and just mark. Go in here and just take and weld it.
Yeah, then
and
grind it.
and make your back end sharp. That way you don't disturb none of this.
Yeah.
Because I know I'm going to have the same issue
On here as you
I
did over there.
And it was a lot of work to get this all back.
This line here looks pretty good though. It doesn't
Yeah,
look like that one sunk
it
after
doesn't.
this. That one looks
I don't
good.
know why that one's it sunk in right in here. About that much of it, right up against that line.
It could have been just the stamping. I don't know. I'll call him back. Probably gonna yell at me. Why'd you go down?
Yeah, probably. So yeah, I would best just leave it alone. You can see where I actually welded
Yeah,
to make this area
a
sharper.
little sharper right in here.
Because it would. What happened was it didn't. The trunk extension didn't fit up tight to it. So I had to end up putting a little bit of weld right through there to make it fit nice to the trunk extension. Because this side got hit. This
That's the one that's dented.
Yeah, this one. This one got hit.
Yeah, because this quarter panel was dented in back here.
Yeah.
Because we felt back in there.
Yeah, you knew it was.
Yeah, they did a
It
good
was.
job of filling it. I mean, we
Yeah.
never really realized it.
Yeah. It was all rotted out down here. They actually fiberglassed it to the trunk, the trunk drop off. There's brand new trunk drop offs because mine were rotted out. So
How's the roof going? I know you put some more stuff in the seams there.
I took it out. It rusted in between that seam there.
That's
from where we fixed it before.
That's crazy it did that.
And I don't know why it did that. And then all that old seam seal, I had to take it all out of this channel because it rusted it was rusted underneath the old
Seam
seam
sealer.
seal. So I had to rip all that out and clean all the rust out and then seal it. There's a lot of work to get all that seam. That stuff was hard to get out. Really good.
Well, yeah, that shit's like concrete.
It's like rock hard.
Well, it's been there for 56 years, so.
Yeah.
No, it's looking good, Tom. Looking good. You gotta get your key.
But if you look, still calling me. You might as well answer his ass.
Bring you back in a minute. I'm trying to remember where we left off here now, because I gotta go do a road call for Dave, because his Chevelle crapped out.
Chevelle crapped out.
So we're gonna.
Well, I had to putty this whole side because it got when I put this welded skin in, the skin was not quite fit right to the door, so it was all puckered, and I had to actually cut it again and get it pushed in so it would match up to the door. But after I did, I had to putty. You can see I ended up making it sharp from us because
putting the filler in there.
Yeah, because it was all wrinkled. Even through here, it was all wrinkled from having to get it in to match the door because it was these,
Well, it's just how they're stamped.
Right.
Yeah, it's just
not
how
stamped
they're
perfect, but it was all wrinkled through here. And this got puckered in. I had to cut it again twice here because it kept sticking out.
Yeah, Had all
Remember
kinds of,
that?
yeah, we had all kinds of issues. We were over here that day farting around
Because
with
the
that.
quarter skins, the new ones come down and then they come out with the
Because you had
piece
to
that comes
cut
down.
this more in here to get it to fit in there kind of flush.
Yeah. Yeah, because it
Yeah, it kept sticking out.
It kept sticking out right here, and I had to
Stupid
keep cutting to get it in. And the last time I cut it, which was the third time, I don't know if you were here, who was here, and saw it, it was still sticking out. So, but I ended up, that's the way it should look right there.
Yeah.
In fact, I'll probably have to do the other side.
I don't know, that looked like the other side fit up pretty decent.
I hope not, because that's a fight to get that to go. Because remember it had that, there's that brace inside the door.
Yeah. Inside the quarter panel.
Inside the quarter panel, there's a brace that runs right here.
Now this door isn't even adjusted or anything yet, is it?
I haven't adjusted this
No.
door.
So, I mean, and you're pretty close. I mean,
I'm pretty close.
it's little, it's
And
sunk.
This one didn't, I don't know why, but this one doesn't feel like it puckered.
No, that one looks pretty decent.
Not this. The other side was had all kinds of. And down here, this didn't get sucked in. This
Yeah, that body line there.
all so many body lines in this thing. My eyeballs about to pop out.
It's all body lines you never saw before.
Yeah, these Mopars have got a lot in them.
Yeah, you got a line here, line here, line here. And you got the line that goes back here. You got this body line here.
It starts right off the scallop.
Yeah. It's just crazy.
Crazy. Starts off the bottom line of that scallop there.
The joys of doing body work with Chinese sheet metal. It's fantastic.
And I did away with my
Oh yeah. Oh, you got rid of the hood vent.
the hood vent because I have vintage air.
Yeah, so you
I
don't
no
need
longer
that.
need it anymore, so I cut it out and plated it in.
Nice.
Just gotta do some
That looks pretty good too.
pretty. I'm sure it's going to, once I go to block, it's going to be.
Yeah, I'm
to it,
sure you're
but
gonna
it's
have
pretty-
a little bit.
It's pretty close. I took a lot of time welding that in, so
And here this fender was dented because it got hit,
got hit.
but you can't get in here because there's this whole piece here is all welded to the inside. You can't get in there to undent it.
I tried pulling it with a.
Yeah, with the stud gun.
I got your stud puller, and I tried to pull it with that, and it wouldn't.
Yeah, it just wouldn't
It
come
wouldn't
out.
budge. I heated it, tried to pull it, heat it, pull it. I got some of it out down through here, but it still would not. I couldn't get it right here because of this.
Yeah, because of this.
Because all
piece.
this piece in here is
It's all
welded right up.
welded into it. It's all like a structure of this fender.
Yeah, it's strong. It's tough to pull it out. I even drilled it, put a screw in it, and then I hooked your slacker up to it.
Yeah, still wouldn't pull it out.
It
Well-
ripped the screw out.
Well, you got to figure how strong this metal is right here because it's got this big curve in it. So that puts all that strength into it.
So this is the only area on this fender that's gonna be a little bit
Shitty.
heavy than what I need, heavier work than what I want. This is actually this is Kevlar body filler. It's got Kevlar in it,
Yeah, that's
really
that
strong.
Evercoat stuff
And
you got.
it blocks moisture. It's really tight, so it'll keep moisture from getting in there. And I'll bring it out just enough to where I can hit it with a skim coated body filler. So it'll be just as strong and sealed as I can make it without having to buy another. These fenders are, well, right now they're on back order, and they're $800 and some bucks for these fenders.
Yeah, and that's if they fit.
And I don't even, so I don't even know when I would get one.
Yeah.
I already checked again, and they still won't have no. Don't know when you would get one if you order one. So
Yeah.
I,
All right, battery went dead. Battery's low, so I'm gonna cut it short.
Gotta go help Dave.
Gonna go help Dave get his car moving. So, all right, see you guys. So I show up at Dave the Brush's place. I go fetch his Chevelle since it broke down, and what do I find him doing? But
Russian.
he's brushing his Cornfeild Corvette. His old International. Big old C15 cat. Be careful now. Be careful.
It goes down Pennsylvania roads, remember.
It's a show truck.
Not Tennessee roads, Pennsylvania roads.
Yeah. Roads are garbage. Don't look too much better. Now, once he gets this thing sprayed off and washed, we're gonna go see what's wrong with the Chevy. Not sure if I got enough battery for all of that, but we'll see. Somehow it kind of regenerates itself. I don't understand what's going on. This camera's old, so bring you back in a bit. Yep, there's a 70 Charger in there somewhere. Can you see it?
It was giving me a fit, and it was getting 9 volts to the ignition. I was getting 9 volts to it, which isn't right.
No.
So I cleaned some shit again.
Yeah, it got 12.
Got 12, and it still wasn't happy.
So here we are, we got no spark. Dave coasted it off the highway exit all the way to here. He just put this distributor in, but as we see...
Maybe last year I did.
Last year, but as we see...
It only has a couple miles on
it. A couple miles in China.
As we see what?
It says...
Finish your sentence.
It says orange chicken.
As we see...
It says orange chicken. It says sweet and sour.
It says Kung Pao.
Kung Pao. General Town.
Son of a bitch off.
Oh, won't the damn plug come out of there? I go from no videos to all kinds of excitement. Those things are a pain in the ass. They always bust.
Yeah.
Ooh, let's...
What's going on with that?
Is the carbon button still there?
Look like it.
Yeah, it's still there. Usually they explode, but...
I don't trust these fucking idiots behind me here. What's up with this? That's just dirt.
Okay, is the rotor actually...
Let's see if it even spins.
Well, that's down pretty far. Yeah, go ahead and hit it.
What do you mean? Want me to... Come on.
Just make sure it's making contact.
Oh, it was stuck down in there. You see that?
Yeah. Huh.
Ready?
Yeah, go ahead, hit her. Yeah, it's spinning.
I'm guessing... Let's see if we can get that module out of there without taking that whole bullshit distributor out. What are you laughing at?
I'd just pull that distributor out and be done with it.
Well, the other one won't line up with anything, and then it'll be out. We'll be out here, mother dick, shitting around with...
True.
Blowing shit apart.
Does that other one have a rotor on it?
Yeah.
Well, now we're going to try and put a module in her and see if it does something. So.
Before we go that far,
We'll bring you back here in a few. So we're trying the ignition module. He pulls that out and this piece here just completely fell apart. Luckily Dave had an extra one in his glove box. So we're hoping the module's the deal. We're going to swap the rotor around too, since that looked a little suspect when we...
looked a little third world country.
Yeah, didn't look quite right. We have another spare module here we can try too if that don't fix it.
This is a GM module. Not good.
It matters, but...
Well, it's an old GM module, so it might be Mexican, so it might work.
It might work. It might function.
Clusterfuck, what's going on here?
Yeah, what the heck?
It's supposed to. the big screwdriver go? I have it laying over there.
No, it's right here. I'm just hoping somebody doesn't run us down because we're not far off the road.
Because 35 means 65 in Pennsylvania.
Yeah. And when you're staring at your giant screen on your dashboard or your cell phone, stopping just doesn't seem to, paying attention just don't seem to matter.
My other. Let's fix this at the house.
You can buy those plugs, dude, and just tap them in. Or just go to the junkyard and snip one off a freaking car.
It doesn't quite
fit on there tight.
There it did. I was messing with it at home.
You should just get the plug for it.
The one that doesn't matter goes on beautifully.
Yeah, that's the tack wire. All right. I got your right there. I'll throw that in my pocket so we don't lose it. That stuff should be fine.
Ready?
Yep, hit the trigger. See if it goes. Wonder if it's the coil. All right, hang on. Need to turn you off. So we cranked it. We got no spark. So now we're moving on to the next thing. We're gonna. He's got an extra cap in the coil, so we're gonna throw that on and see what this brings.
What's in the box in the back there? Is that just a cap or is there a coil in it? I think it's just a cap.
Let me look. Yeah, it's just a cap, Dave. It's just a cap. Oh, fuck, it's only been a year and now we're replacing it, half of it. I just threw this whole thing on. I'm done with it. Wouldn't even take it apart. They all green.
Oh, something. Get that plugged in before it plugs in.
Plug it in before you drop it on.
Well, yeah, see if it actually plugs in. It feels more better.
Does it? Watch out. Good.
Stuck with this one. There we go. There we go.
One more.
No.
takes a handy tool tray. Assuming you remember where all this goes.
Yeah. We'll do it from over here.
Yeah, so you don't get your ass run down.
Yeah, we'll just get hit by the shrapnel, not the actual.
Yeah. Will this work? I hope so. Don't forget your wires off down there. You want to check it for spark first.
Yeah. Hit the trigger.
Alright.
Make sure it's in neutral. Mess up Nissan, the big mighty Nissan. Well, it's jerking off here. Go ahead. Fuck. That's Ted. What the hell's going on?
Did you check the wire that going back to the fuse box?
At home I did. It had all kinds of juice.
Did it?
Well, I might have a voltmeter.
All kinds of issues here. What the hell's going on? No sparkage. See if you can test that plug when I crank it. Watch out.
I'll just leave it on and run and see what happens.
You getting anything?
8 volts. Crank it once. I hope that battery. Hold on a minute. Crank it again. It drops to 10 volts when you're cranking. That's pushing it for
How many volts has the battery got?
10 when you're cranking it, and then it's only at like 3 or 4 over here when you're cranking it.
What the fuck?
Exactly.
Huh. Well, we'll be back in a minute. Well, we got it running. What was it? That fuse was broke, Dave. That fuse was...
It fell apart when I went to pop it out.
Yeah, we had a fuse that self-destructed in the fuse box.
First thing you do is throw parts at it, though. Remember that.
Yeah. We throw parts at it
First.
And then we look at the fuses.
Yeah, look at
And then we figure out, we do a little bit of diagnostic. It's all right, it runs. Header leak.
Does that mean you owe Chinaman an apology, or
No.
how's that from?
No. We don't apologize to them. Not when they steal our technology. Oh, did I just say that?
Demonetized.
Yep, probably be the end of my YouTube career. All right, well, we're gonna get this thing back. We got it running. Simple fuse. We overcomplicated it like usual. At least it works. And we have known working parts on it. We got a better ignition module in it. We have GM parts on it now. Better ignition module. What are you driving?
Huh?
So what are you driving?
Just jump in it if you want to run it.
As long as it stays together.
Just don't blow it the fuck up.
Blow it up. You can do that.
Tell them this whole ordeal started with the Chinese distributor. Just go back a few videos. Why don't we have oil pressure? I don't know, because the shiny billet distributor doesn't.
Yeah, I forgot about that. That's another